My name is Michael Seegers. This is my
Alicia.
wife, Alicia Seegers. Welcome to MoonStruck Maple.
So as the sap runs down, you can actually see it coming. This one has a leak in it. You can see by all the bubbles. It's getting more air than it should, which means that we have a chew on it at some point. So we have to walk the lines and check and repair them. But as the sap comes down, it gathers into the main tank. And then once we have an adamant amount of that, we start to put it through the RO machine, the reverse osmosis, and then we boil it. We have 1,700 taps total. And we have some that are on more than one tap per tree because we have some very large ancient trees up on the top there. So we have probably about 1,300 to 1,400 trees tapped. Intake. Oh, this part's messy. Oh, that's so messy. Oh, no, you didn't get messy this time. So that gets the sugar up to 6 to 11 or 10% sugar. And then once our wash filters, and we change them to our sap filters. Which are new. So what I'm doing here is testing the sugar content of the sap. That, and then I'm gonna look up with the light. Ooh, that's nice. It's 2.8 to the back of the evaporator, and then as the evaporator is boiling, it gets heavier and heavier and sinks farther forward, so that the closer you get to the front, the closer you have to finished syrup.
Yeah, just a little bit more. It's pretty close, but
So once it gets to the correct temperature, it runs off, and then we test it, and then we finish it in the finishing pan back there just to get it exactly right. And then from there, we can filter it and bottle
you
it.
say exactly right.
You have to have yes, you have to have exactly 66% sugar, or 66 Brix is what they call it. So then after that, you can filter it.
How is that measured?
We have a hydrometer, just a glass kind of little.
You do the cold test for them.
Okay, I remember doing that when I was making wine.
Yeah.
One of
Yes,
those.
yeah, and it will
Same-
float and
same
tell
thing.
us the water content. These are called lateral lines. They go straight up the mountain, you know, to the very top. There's anywhere from 25 to probably 50, maybe a little more taps on each one of these. And like I said, depends on the size of the tree. You can go from anywhere.
Big machine here is our evaporator, and it's not up to boil yet. It takes about 45 minutes after I light the fire to get it up hot enough. But basically on this side of the machine, you see a pipe coming in through the back wall. That's where the concentrate comes in. Concentrate has already gone through that reverse osmosis machine, this one right through that window, which concentrates the sap. So the raw sap goes through the machine. It goes through some really fine membranes that so fine the sugar can't pass through them. So on one goes through that machine, it'll pump it up to closer to 9 or 10% sugar, and that's what we're actually doing. So, and that enters into this machine in the rear, and then it kind of stays.
Syrup isn't finished to a density of 66 bricks or 66% sugar, then it's not maple syrup and it won't keep. But I believe this will be a little heavy because we left it warming up for a while. So, yeah, so it's supposed to be at this red line here, and we're quite heavy in the back. So it's getting closer to sugar at this point because we lost track of the heating element, and we didn't make sugar, but we could have if we let it keep going.
It's a bourbon barrel keg. We got it from Bowlock Distillery out of Charleston. We get the empty keg as soon as they empty it from their bourbon, and then we fill it up with hot syrup. That's hot packet. It's about 200 degrees. It holds 55 gallons of syrup, and it stays in a barrel for about 3 months. This is Mike built this. It's on a rollers, and you can spin it and stuff. So there's no bourbon in it. It is just flavor from the barrel. And then we pull it out, get a second barrel that they've just emptied, heat up the syrup to another 200 degrees, the same syrup, heat it up, put it back in the new barrel, and it's in this barrel for about another 3 months. So our bourbon barrel is aged for about 6 months in two different, using two different bourbon barrels. Yeah, he's actually.
A half gallon.
3 half gallons? Okay. Stop. There's 1, 2, and 3.
Yep. Gallon and fill them back up.
That's okay. And then we'll cook a pure ingredient into it, like cinnamon or vanilla. I also have a hot, which is spicy. It has 5 different organically grown peppers out of Lewisburg from Bootstrap's farm, from their spicy boots blend, and it's really good.